my dance, make it hurt.
What's up, Relentless Traders? Your host, Surreal.
And Juan, and welcome to episode 21, week 21.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a quick one. I know we've said that a couple times, but I definitely think this one's it. This is the quick one. Um, Market continues to kind of be, uh, how do we say this? Hard, I guess, right?
Difficult, exhausting for
Yeah,
most of them.
and
Frustrating.
I think that's where we're gonna kind of take this episode here.
We're quitting,
Um,
guys. We're giving up. We're throwing in the towel.
No, but I think it's so important to know when to walk away. And
Yeah.
I think that kind of got brought to light here this week. Um, we, I started a new job a couple weeks ago, and I think between picking up like new things at my job and like opening the market up at 5:30 to finish up charting and stuff for the day, it started kind of getting to me. And I started taking some dumb trades, not big losses or anything, thankfully, but I realized going back and looking at those trades that they were just absolute nonsense. Not stuff that was high quality, not things that was typically not things that I was waiting for. That I had on my radar previously or that I charted previously, just stuff that I attempted just to attempt, almost
Mm.
like trading out of boredom or like trading out of like, okay, I can place this trade and hopefully it'll go in my favor. Um, in terms of that, it was just I was in trade. I did not trade well this week for sure. Um,
Yeah.
Drew down the challenge account that I started that I talked about in the last episode a little bit more. I'm still in profit.
Nice.
But I'm just kind of trying to pick up on things. I knew I was getting kind of worn out. And I told you about this in the Discord. I was like, maybe I should just take the rest of the week off, and I didn't take the rest of the week off. Um, but I think it's important to know your limits, to know that it's
Yeah.
okay to like walk away for a little bit, take a deep breath and chill, and
Yeah.
move about your week or your day. Just close the market. The market's gonna be here forever. So
I think that's hard. That's what's so hard too. Is like we enjoy it so much and we want to like get better, but it's easy to like. I mean, the market's open. Thankfully, it's not open 24/7, right? But it's open 8 hours a day or whatever, 5 days a week most of the time. And so you feel, I don't know, guilty, or I mean, at least sometimes I feel guilty. I feel like I'm not working at it if I'm not watching the market or whatever. But I mean, in times like this, for me as a swing trader, I personally would probably I see myself once I get to a sustainability point of where like I'm like, you know, elite or mastery level where I'm really, really good, 10 years down the line, 8 years down the line, just like popping on, running a scan. If I don't see anything what I don't want to see, maybe I have a couple charts up during the day, but other than that, like I'm not stressing. I'm not trying to force. I understand like from a day trader standpoint, you may need to show up every day or you feel like you need to, but like Juan's a scalper, Juan's a day trader, and I agree. Like if the market's bad or if it's difficult or if you have external things going on, like same thing for me. I'm trying to change up my routine during the day and trying to fit in healthier activities like working out and stuff like that. But I also got a 9 to 5 and I also gotta, do trading stuff too. So I think it's, be realistic with yourself. Like it's good. You had to figure that out for yourself because I knew once you're going to start a new job, you're like, oh yeah, I'll just, be able to trade into this. I'm like, it's going to be a little bit of a reality check, but like, you'll figure it out. Same thing. You'll get your routine down. But like for me this week too, like I'm exhausted myself. I was right there with you by the end of this week. I was like, dude, I was so tired. I don't even care. I don't even want to. I think I forced quit toss on like Thursday or something. I'm like, I don't even care. Oh no, remember I said I wasn't gonna trade Friday. I woke up and I like chased some breakout on my phone because I woke up late like an idiot. I didn't lose a whole lot, but it's just
it's
you know,
annoying.
st- Still
Yeah.
do dumb stuff, but it's all right. I mean, it's like you get a reality check, and like we talked about, you make adjustments, and then you just move forward. And it's like I'm okay. Like I'm okay. I think some people caught some day trading stuff in a little Discord that I'm in, a small Discord with that I've found recently with a couple other swing traders, and they were doing some intraday, stuff. And I'm just like, I mean, for me as a swing trader, I'm becoming, since I've been taking more pressure off myself performance wise. I'm becoming like less and less worried about stuff like that, like,
Yeah.
oh, I need to be at the market. Like, yeah, if the market's hot and I'm doing well, then it's, I'll be there. But
Yeah.
regardless, it's good, I think, to take a week off, even longer if you need to. Because if you go on vacation, are you still gonna feel that way?
Yeah, definitely.
So you might as well just start kind of training that skill up. Like, hey, if I need a break, or you start reaching your limit, like, let me not make myself feel guilty or overwhelm myself, like actually take a break and enjoy life.
Yeah. I think that's the purpose of trading too, especially when you get to that level where you're good, right? It's like you
Hmm.
can you can just kind of walk away whenever you want. Like
Yeah.
whenever your parameters aren't met, whenever the market's not good, like you
Or
have
if you
that.
want a break.
And yeah, you just have that
Yeah.
opportunity to just close out the charts and say, "All right, I'm taking a break this week."
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go over the two trades, the one for the challenge and a personal one I took, really quick. Just go over it. Switch my screen here. So this one was a trade I took on Friday. I mean, we spoke about this one. This one wasn't a bad
Mm.
trade for futures. I was watching this like rising wedge from like previous day, like all day.
Mhm.
This rising wedge pattern right into a critical area of supply and just like resistance in general at
Mhm.
market open for Friday.
Mhm.
For ES, and it wedged itself. It broke down, and I took it on the breakdown at 39.30 was my entry right when it was breaking down view up. And I was telling you in the Discord that like I got like my emotions kind of got all jacked there because the
Mhm.
next candle opened flushed like 10 points, 10 or 12 points, right? And I had two lots on the micros, and it came down with such force that I'm like, okay, this thing should continue, and it didn't, right? So then it like hammered, came back, and then I kind of just for the most part kind of like freaked out because I was like, oh my god, I was like in heavy profit,
Mhm.
like why did I let it come back in on me like that type of
Mhm.
thing. So then, I like closed out the position. Uh, I had like a little bit under my stop, so I like choked it off a little bit. It would have ticked my stop anyways. But you can tell it chopped around here. My stop was 39.40. I think this tapped 39.41 twice and then flushed complete like the rest of the day. I mean, came down like 130 points from there.
Mhm.
So it would have been a huge winner had I just, kind of more so like I guess looked for a better entry, you know,
Mhm.
saw the weakness in the market, saw the weakness in the equities, whatever it was. Um,
Stuck to your initial guns.
yeah. Because I mean, I would have gotten kicked out for the initial loss, right? But then I could have re-entered. I think that's the importance of knowing like when I was just a little bit earlier, when my entry was just a little bit off.
I think that, yeah, we talked about that. It's like, and it happens for me too. Like on the lucid trade, like I mean, you never know 100% something's gonna go, but when you see like something high probability, like, oh man, it's like the first time or two, like baits you in, and you're like, damn it, like, and then that totally rocks your confidence. But then like that's an opportunity for you to grab and attain and soak up that experience, because that's how you get better. It's like
Yeah,
I'm not even bent about Lucid. Like I'll do a write up on it. I'll go back and study it. And like we talked about this same thing for you. It's like, one small tweak to your execution, this would have been a huge winner. That's like that's progress still. Even though you didn't wasn't a winner,
yeah,
you still were just that close to executing that. So it's like you know?
Yep.
I know you're not bent about it. I know you're in the right mindset about it, but I think
Yeah,
that
it
was a
was.
really I think it was an awesome trade, man. Like like even though you took a L on it, like it's you kept the loss within your parameters. Like you tried to execute an idea, a flush on the open. Like it sometimes they don't work. It came back. You identified like maybe a potential another entry technique. I think that's a win. That's a
Yeah,
win, a big win in my book.
definitely. I mean, gotta implement the little things to get those tweaks,
Yeah,
like you said.
yeah, 100%.
Uh, I switched my screen here. I'm showing
Okay.
Apple. This one was my
Mhm.
I took this on a bounce. I think this was Thursday. Off the 138 key level, I saw the market attempting to rally, and Apple double bottomed on the 5 at the 138. So I took it around here at around actually took it at around 820. After he hammered at the 138 with a stop loss beneath the lows at 137.80.
Mhm.
Um, and the market did bounce. It wasn't a huge bounce. I'm not expecting a full on rally nowadays.
Mhm.
I took this from like 138 60 all the way to 140. So it was like a
Mhm.
dollar and change move and a couple candles on Apple on contracts. So it was a nice like 15-20% winner. Not something super huge, but
Mhm.
um, something to continue to buff the account, especially after I took a couple dumb trades. But honestly, that was it for my week.
Oh, yeah. It felt like a long, short week. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I
it
guess
was.
short because we're talking about it, it's over.
Yeah,
It was a long week.
but yeah,
Uh,
switched over to yours.
all right, cool. Yeah, I'll just mention Lucid real quick. One thing, like I said, I was looking at it from this larger time frame on the wedge. I might have talked about this last week. I don't remember. Maybe not because I saw it popping up. But I bid on this day. I bid on this day, and it makes sense after after the range or the bottom bounce up to the top of the range. It was kind of trying to hold this key level area.
Yeah.
Just bit 2 days early, and then maybe I bit this day and this day. I think it was these two,
Mm,
and then the next day, Thursday, it finally went and had a nice pop. I would have probably taken off half into these highs just because, like we've said, of how the market conditions are.
yeah.
The first, like this is what I like. This is what I've learned, at least from trading breakouts. Like me as an exclusive, breakout trader, like whether it's a breakdown or breakout, right? Like I finally got over the fact of like taking small gains. I think, like maybe not fully, but definitely within the first 1 to 5 day window.
Yeah.
That's the most obvious move, right? So
Mhm.
it's like previous highs there. I was already just aiming for 21 to 24 from the higher time frame.
Yeah.
The 50 on the weekly, 50 on the daily, and then previous highs right here, right? I would have taken off half. I was already thinking looking at these highs right in here, this little zone here,
Mhm.
and probably into look at that heading into 20. That's where it ended up. So I would have probably taken off half there, and then look at this thing got smoked Friday. You can't fuck around. Sorry, you can't mess around with this market.
You can't.
It's just wrecking people, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Other trade I want to go over is wheat real quick. I might have documented this one. What is it? The 22nd. So this was probably a week or two ago. I re-entered it. I got stopped out on this day. It tightened up. It broke out again. I bought it here at 11:13. Bought it right here.
Yeah.
Broke out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. I sold it at 12:30. Fourth day. Sold it right here. And then I sold half up there.
That was a
I sold a
solid
quarter.
breakout.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. I mean, I want explosive moves, but like you said, like we said over and over, we're in a bear market. This market is just awful. It's just washing people. It's not trending, right? It's
No, it's
not.
not.
It's stuff is so hard to trend, unless you catch the huge liquidation days, which we've already had. You know, 2 or 3 legs now of big selling trending days. So it's like
Yeah.
we had one big huge bear rally. Like this thing's probably going to take a little bit of time. Like if you look at charts and you understand how bases form, like now that I have an understanding in my head of what like a elongated base of where accumulation takes place,
Mhm.
when you see charts where they're at now, and you know that like okay, we need this much time, whether that's a year, 2 years, however many months, 12 months, 18 months, whatever, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
When you know what a good solid long base looks like, and then you see how price trended before when you go back and study, and the bases are only like, charts are like starting to get to lows, but there's only this much room on the chart. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like it just needs time. It needs time to go through these fluctuations to build out their ranges to get supply locked down, and then whenever we go in the next cycle, we'll see who leads and starts taking off. So,
Definitely.
from my point of view, and for what it's worth, we just need time. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of people get worn out by this market.
you
People
can go ahead and
saying
cut my
like it's
screen.
not, people saying it's not, you know, trading this isn't worth it, and like walking away, or even good traders saying like, "Oh, I don't want,
Mhm.
I don't want to, yeah, I don't even want to deal with this anymore. Maybe I'll be back when the market's good again." Or
I think that's fucked. I don't think that's right. I've done that before, and that's the worst thing you can do. But like you said, it's a balance. And if you're struggling right now, take a break off, take a week
yeah,
off. Like, and then you shouldn't be forcing stuff either. Like,
yep,
that's the thing, is like bull market's gonna be easier. Everything's gonna move a little bit cleaner, it's gonna move longer. And that's one thing I'm really picking up on is patience. Like that's the next thing I really want to go into is patience for me, and
yeah,
that includes being patient with yourself in the market, and stepping away when you need to, and taking those breaks,
yeah,
and
100%.
so you can be sustainable, and keep doing this for a long time. So
Yeah, the definitely not sustainable. Um, what if you keep chopping your account, because you're gonna keep
mm,
chopping the most important thing, which is your mental capital, right?
yeah,
Even if you're not super unprofitable, you're gonna be very upset.
and drained and
Yeah.
frustrated, and
So
then
when the bull market comes around, you're not gonna be prepared or ready
no,
or
you'd be worn
trusting.
out,
Yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't even want to try this.
like you've been working like graveyard shifts for
Yeah.
months or
So
something, and you're just exhausted.
it's about picking up on the little, like, nuanced stuff, like we've spoken about, on the all these skill sets that you need to build, because the upside potential on the other side of this bear market is going to be immeasurable. It's going to be
100%.
life changing.
Yeah,
So
for the people who are prepared. Yeah,
correct. Yep. So
yeah,
I'm very excited for that. It's always at the forefront of my perspective of the market. So
100%.
we keep grinding.
Yeah, keep at it. Take our breaks when we need to. Keep studying, and we'll get there.
Yes, sir.
I think we're good here, right?
Yep. All
All right,
set.
man. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, remember, manage your risk, stay focused, be relentless. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Later.